Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. Today we're looking at Dinosaur Island from Pandasaurus Games. This is a 2 to 4 player game, 90 to 120 minutes, average age of 8 and up. It does include solo game mode, so I don't know why it says 2 to 4 players, but whatever. Solo play must be different from regular play. But it's a very pastel, bright box, and since it is ages 8 and up, it should be pretty interesting. This is a very, very heavy box, so be aware of that if you're picking it up or ordering it. Shipping's probably going to cost you if they're doing it by weight. Alright, so it looks like we've got a bunch of stuff in here, lots of little pieces. So let's open this up and see what we got after we look at the sides of the box. The art's okay. See what we've got here. Ooh, the box has a nice smooth feel to it. Alright. Nice constructed box. Happy with that. Here's the rulebook 2.0 it says. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff in here. Look at all that. The rulebook is bright and colorful. I like that. Looks like it's laid out easy and nice, easy to read font, large lettering. So it's probably not that complicated of a game. It is designed for 8 and up. So it looks like there is an expansion too called What's that called? Totally Lizard. Cool. Alright, so let's take our tiles out here. Oh boy, there's a lot of these. No wonder this thing weighs so much. Alright, we'll do them in little sections here. Okay, so let's start with these. I don't know if that helped, but alright, so we've got herbivores, and we've got these little pens, little dino research things, bunch of numbers. I haven't played this game, but it looks really cool, and I've heard really good things about it. So on the back of this one, a bunch of different stuff. These numbered, yes. This is 1A, and the first side was 1B that we looked at. So let's take a look at 2B. And 2A. And here we have 3B and 3A. These are nice thickness, pretty solid construction. The art's good. Not a lot of variety, but it is very colorful. I like that. All right, here's 4B. For the carnivore ones, they could have used a different dino shape. That's a little annoying, but minor complaint. This is 4A. Here we have 5B. Again, especially because this does play with younger kids, they would have liked to have different dinos pictured, I think, for large and small and medium herbivores and carnivores. So, that's a little frustrating, but because on the back they've got different dinos, that's cool. So this is 5A. And we've got 6B. But maybe that's relevant to the game, but I don't know. I like seeing more variety. And then 6A. And 7B. And 7A. So there's some blank ones here to do your own kind of thing. So let's get these out of the way. and look at the little trays. So here's our box full of stuff. We got a whole bunch of dinosaur minis. We'll look at these in a minute. I think these are all kind of the same. We've got a bunch of different guys. We'll get a closer look at these in a second. But there are a whole lot of tiles here. And a whole bunch of stuff underneath. So we'll look at the little stuff here separately. Okay, this is the back of one of them. This is the Woken Research Holdings, or Waken, I'm not sure which. And it's got their name up here. And these are actually inset, so you can set little cubes inside of them, which is really, really cool, and a lot of places seem to be doing this now, and I really like it. The downside is if it gets damaged, it's going to deteriorate the rest of it very quickly, or possibly ruin the board. So a replacement might be kind of a pain, but it is really handy to put little cubes in there and have them actually stay secure, so if somebody nudges the table, which I do quite a bit, honestly, the pieces don't scatter all over the place. They stay where they're supposed to be. So I wouldn't eat or drink around these because it'll get dirty and you'll get little stuff in here. Yeah, that would be disgusting and a bit of a mess. So these are really nice. Let's take a look at the next one. This is also Phase 3. This is Pandagen Science Inc. It looks like it's the same, except for the logo. Then we've got Lewis Leviathans LLC. This is Phase 3. Then we have Gilcor, the Compassionate Corporation. Contradiction if I've ever heard one. Phase 3. Alright. Then we've got, that's the back. And on the front, we have the turn order. Then we have this labeled Phase 2. And it has different stuff on there. Alright, then we have this. On the back we have Phase 4. Then we have Gilcor. Phase 4. And this is Lewis Leviathans. Oops. And then Waken Research Holdings. And Phase 4. And here's the Phase 1 board. Alright, and that's all the board pieces. And that's why this box set is so heavy, because that is a lot of cardboard. Okay, next we'll look at our pieces here and the other stuff in the box. Okay, so first things first, we've got a giant pieces bag here. It's velvet, or feeling velvet. It's not actually velvet. It's okay quality, but I don't think it'll hold up after long-term use. It's pretty thin material, so you'll want to be very careful with this if you can. It is kind of neat. It's got the nice pastel look to it, and it is very large. It's bigger than my hand. I have a grown-up man hand, so nice big bag for all the little pieces that you get. And there are a whole bunch of these little dinosaurs inside of there. So they're all pink, they all look the same, and you get a big old pile of them. Let's see if it says how many. We get 50 of these. And then we've got a bunch of workers. We've got 36 workers. And they are blue, green, yellow, red little workers. These are actually plastic. They're not wood like they usually are in these games. But there's a total of 36 of these, evenly distributed between the 4 colors, I'm sure. At least that's what it looks like. So you get quite a few pieces here. Ah, come on. Okay, just move them aside for right now. And then we've got these guys, which if I could open these, that'd be very nice. We've got 2 different types of these. These are visitors. And you'll notice they're smaller than the other ones that we looked at by quite a bit. So, but there's 70 small yellow ones and 10 pink ones. The 10 pink ones are hooligans. And these are just regular patrons. So these are actually your troublemakers, causing problems in your park, and these are regular visitors. So the fact they're small means you're probably going to lose them, but you do get quite a few. So you got 70 of the yellow and 10 of the pink. I'd be worried about the pink ones being there, at least the vast majority of them. Alright, so that's most of those. There's also some plastic cubes. You get 24 black ones, and there's a total of 40 of the other ones, which are red, blue, green, white. So red, white, blue, green, and black. And we've got 40 total of these little ones, and 24 of the black ones. Okay, so we have 10 dice, and replacing these is going to be really difficult if they're missing from the box, because these are actually very, very important to the game. And unfortunately, the coating on the top is just like a printed vinyl sticker that they put on a blank die. So it's possible that these are going to wear off with use. If you can get an extra set of these, I would definitely do so, because I have a feeling that these vinyl stickers are just going to either wear off or come off at some point. And it looks like they're all unique. So let's go over the dice. I tried to find a symbol that was the same on all of them to use as a reference point, and that was these like DNA strands. And there's 3 different types. You've got the ones with the 1 dot next to them, 2 with 2 dots, and 1 with 3 dots. So let's start with the 3 dot, because there's only 1 of that one, and take a look at this. So looking at it this way, hopefully you can see that well enough to get an idea of what to look for on your dice when you get them. So here's the 2 dot. Okay. And that's the dice. Overall, they are nice quality dice. It's just that the printing on them, on a good quality die, is probably not going to hold up over long-term use. So while the game looks pretty high quality overall, I do worry about the dice. They're probably the bit I would worry about the most. If you could find an extra set of these, I would definitely pick them up just in case, especially if you really, really like this game. So let's put these away and check out the cards. Okay, we've got two sets of cards here, two packs rather. So let's start with these because they're more colorful and take a look at what we've got. So let me open these up. Alright, so we've got a couple different kinds. We've got objective cards here, and we've got plot twist. So yeah, different game levels. There's long game, medium game, short game. So we'll take a look at these. So here's our plot twist back of the cards. And this one is: each player gains any one advanced DNA at the end of each round. Okay. Looks like we've got 5 of these in this deck. There's probably some more in the other one. Card quality is pretty nice, actually. It's really impressive. Okay, that's those from this deck. And then this is the long game. And let's see how many of these we've got. Looks like we've got 13 of these in this pack. Well, these could use a little better art. I mean, it's a little lazy. But I get it. I think they should have had a little bit more to spice them up. because the back of the cards looks okay, because they have to have a uniformity to it, and it's fine. It's got kind of a late 80s, early 90s flair to it. But the front of the cards could use a little bit of spice, I guess, to kind of mix it up a little bit. So these are our medium game cards. Alright, so pretty similar to the other ones, just slightly easier. And there's 13 medium cards that we've seen so far. And now the short game ones. Looks like there's also 13 of these. And finally, this one. Okay, so let's check out the other pack. Alright, so we've got a changes to set. Oh, this is the solo play round tracker. And it's got a little rule card. So this must be the solo play stack. So we've got a bunch of these. Looks like there's 16 of these. So let's take a look at what we've got here. Make sure no patrons are eating this round. That's always a good one. Okay. Our next deck is Specialist cards. Looks like there's 22 of these in total. So let's see what we've got here. Alright, we've got a Union Boss. We've got a Senior Scientist. We've got a Security Guard 3. Security Guard 2. And we've got a Security Guard 1. Oops. We've got a Sales Manager. A Ride Designer. PR Guy. Merchandiser, your requisite mad scientist, a lab manager, lab designer, junior scientist, a jack of all trades, intern, insider, HR manager, a dino hunter. Oh, one less visitors eaten in your park each round. Each round. How many people get eaten at these parks? I don't know if that's OSHA approved. Alright, then we've got a computer programmer, a chef, Chaos Theorist, a little homage to Jurassic Park there, and then a builder. Alright, and our last ones are some more plot twists. And it looks like we've got 4 of those here. I'm sorry, there's 5. And lastly, alright, so card quality's good. The images are pretty sharp, nice color contrasts, good use of the pastels, which generally I would hate, but seem to work out pretty well here. The specialists look like they add quite a bit, and the plot twists keep it interesting. So like I said, the dice are the only thing I really would worry about for quality purposes. If you lose those or they're worn off, that's going to be really difficult to replace. So if you can find an extra set, I would do that. Solo game mode looks fine. The only complaint I would have about this, other than the possibility of the dice being worn off very easily, is the cards are not labeled as being part of the core set. So if you don't have anything to tell you which cards go with which set, you're going to be kind of stuck not knowing what goes to the expansion and what goes to the core box. So that's what the video's for, is to help you figure out what pieces you might be missing or what goes to what set. So hopefully this video helps in that circumstance. But overall, it looks like a fun game. It looks really high quality, and it's a very heavy box. So don't drop this on your foot. It will be a regrettable decision. Otherwise, shipping cost is probably going to be fairly high if you don't buy it from a place that gives you flat rate shipping or free shipping, preferably. But it looks really cool. So a good all ages game, ages 8 and up. So it should be a fun time for the whole family. But that's just my opinion, obviously. But we've seen what's in the box, and that's going to do it for this episode. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. If you want to help the channel in other ways, links are in the description and on the About page. My Streamlabs are there, so if you want to help out the channel, that's the way to do it. As always, thanks for watching, and we hope to see you on the next one.